Hello, my name is Angie Tatiana Ramos Perdomo. I'm from Colombia, but right now I'm a student at the University Federal of Pelotas. Today, I'm going to bring to you my most recent work and a project I'm still developing. It is called A Look Through the Emergy Synthesis in the Biogeography of the Pampa biome. Well, imagine a tool capable of measuring the total work of humans and nature to produce any good or service using the sun as its fundamental unit. Well, that's the energy synthesis. It accounts for all the energy flows entering and leaving a system. Here in the picture, we can see those energy flows entering from the natural resources, from the economic resources, and we are seeing that interaction of all the energy flows entering the system and how they make a product and how they interact with the resources. Now we gotta think, do we want to understand the true value of the environmental systems, the environmental burden, and the resilience of the production process, and how all this is interconnected in economy and environmental interfaces? Well, the energy, it provides us that holistic and innovative view of knowing what is happening within our systems. But why do I call it a look through the energy synthesis? Well, because when we gotta take a look, we gotta get close so that we can see the new information and that open path to new worlds of knowledge. In this presentation, I would like to introduce you to an initial view, a first approach regarding the relationship between the energy synthesis, this tool, with the pampa biome. How do I plan to do that? Well, this is going to be drawn to literature by examining the paper research that has been conducted on this topic. And the literature already tell us that through the energy synthesis, we could first make an assessment of the ecosystem services. We can make an assessment of the impacts of various activities developed in the Pampa biome, as well as analyze those interactions within the different systems that are developed in the Pampa biome. We can also identify the good agricultural practices. We can make a comparison between efficiency and sustainability within the Pampa biome as well as with other regions. And we can generate practices and policies for ecosystem preservation. All of this is revealed through the indicators that the energy synthesis provides us. These elements they give us a comprehensive and holistic view of the impacts of the agriculture and livestock practices on the Pampa biome, allowing a deeper understanding not only of ecological importance but also of the economic and social dimension of the activities within the Pampa biome. Now, by considering the biogeography, we add an interdisciplinary approach to our holistic view. We dive into aspects of environmental impact and ecosystem pressure. As we know, the biomes they are affected by human actions such as resource exploitation, agricultural expansion, urban growth, and industrialization. Those activities, they alter the natural landscape of the Pampa biome. This is why it's so important to study what happens within the systems. And it is also important to have tools that tell us those indicators, those sustainability indicators, and with that, we could be capable of making comparison and look at what really happens in those systems. It is important to know that the Pampa biome is located here in Brazil, as well as in Argentina and Uruguay. The Pampa biome is primarily composed by low-growing vegetation, and this has led to the biome suppression as it gives space to agriculture and livestock practices. And now that we understand the importance of the energy synthesis and the interdisciplinary role of integrating the biogeography in studies on the pampa biome, let's examine how this methodology has been researched in papers. For this, a systematic literature review was conducted by searching for papers that included the term emergy and pampa. The choice for the English words was due to errors in Portuguese, where terms like emergency and energy were found instead of our words that we were looking for. We were looking for emergy and pampa. Those words in Portuguese, they were giving us an increased number of unrelated papers, and because of that, we chose for the English words. Additionally, to gain a wider understanding of the incorporation and use of the emergy synthesis in the Pampa, we add papers from Argentina and Uruguay. The research it was conducted through the Web of Science, giving us a result of 7 papers. An additional research was done to Google Scholar, resulting in 391 papers. Nevertheless, the papers that were already duplicated or that didn't contain the terms energy and pampa, or the papers that fell outside of the geographical delimitation were not used in this research because they were already analyzed or they were outside of our geographical delimitation. So a third search was done through Science Direct. We found here 14 papers. However, again, all of them discarded because they were already analyzed or they didn't fit into our criteria. So, as a result, we found a select group of 18 papers that were focused on the relationship between the pampa biome and the emergy synthesis, the application of the emergy synthesis. As as it was observed that the research on the emergy synthesis in the pampa biome is recent, beginning in 2001, yet it has shown a significant growth of using this methodology as a generator for different indicators to measure sustainability. However, literature on the energy synthesis, specifically in the Pampa biome in Rio Grande do Sul in this study, were not found. This reveals a huge opportunity for future research that could fulfill these knowledge gaps. Additionally, the literature confirms that the energy synthesis it enables a deeper understanding of the dynamics within different systems, allowing an analysis of the relationship and the exchanges that affects both the biome and society. And finally, we encounter dilemmas related to resource preservation, sustainability, efficiency, and economic performance, elements that don't need to be antagonic. Instead, through good agricultural practices and strengthening public policies, it's possible to make a balance between economic and environment. It is also crucial for us to implement policies that raise societal awareness of environmental issues and the importance of conserving and preserving the pampa biome. Um, Thank you so much for your attention. I hope this presentation could bring some insights and some new ideas about using the energy synthesis as a tool for evaluating what happens within our systems. I also hope that you could learn something new from this presentation. Thank you for listening. Again, thank you.